Hi, I'm Phil. Welcome to today's installment of my Christmas Vinyl Advent playlist. Today's album comes from a legendary crooner who had set many important milestones in the world of entertainment. Not only was he a legendary crooner who just melted people's hearts, soothed their souls, he also came through the airwaves via AM radio and the television as he hosted a variety show. And he's also a black musician. He was an amazing human being, known for his love of music, his love for man, and his love to entertain. Of course, I'm talking about Nat King Cole. Now, Nat King Cole was given a song written by Mel Torme in 1946, and it wasn't for some 14 years later, when, even more than that perhaps, when they finally crafted an album around that song. Of course, I'm speaking of the Christmas song. Most people know it probably as Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. Now, when Nat King Cole uh, released this album, or when Capitol Records released this album, they did it not focusing on the more modern kind of changing of Christmas. You'll see really around the time that this song came out, Chestnuts, the Christmas song. Prior to that, you had hundreds of year-old traditionals. You had You're Away in a Manger, We Three Kings, songs that would have been sung in the local church or cathedral, perhaps not only during the Christmas season, but year-round. And other than the Christmas song, the majority of the songs contained on this album that was finally put together in the 1960s around the Christmas song were those traditions. This would be the only modern one. And Nat King Cole did not go to your Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeers or your Frosty the Snowmans or any of those kind of songs on this album. Now, the wonderful thing about this album is that it sounds magical. I have a few different pressings, and they all sound slightly different. A lot of it has to do with the reverb or lack thereof that is applied to Nat King Cole's vocals. However, I understand there are two new audiophile issues out, a vinyl file from Universal and a one step as well. And I'd be interested to hear either of those to do a comparison. The copy that I have comes from 1970, I believe. Let me take a look, and I'll show you this iconic cover, because the iconic cover is of Nat King Cole, just a merry old soul, resting at the fire here. And it's a absolutely beautiful. The newer version that I have is a colored vinyl from Target, I believe, and it doesn't sound as rich and magical as this pressing here does. Now, this pressing comes from, I believe, 1970. Yeah, this is a 1970 press. But the songs it comes on, and I'll show you the label here for the vinyl here as well, and you can see that. I don't know if it'll focus as I push in, but I'll show an intercut on that. So very cool Capitol record label there, but it has the Christmas song, as I said, Deck the Hall. It says Deck the Hall here. I thought it was Deck the Halls. Oh, Come All Ye Faithful, which its original Latin name, I'm guessing, Adeste Fideles. Oh, Tannenbaum. It's in italics says Oh, Pine Tree. And today we probably would call it Oh, Christmas Tree. O Little Town of Bethlehem, I saw three ships. O Holy Night, Hark the Herald Angels Sing, A Cradle in Bethlehem, Away in a Manger, Joy to the World, The First Noel, Caroling, Caroling, and rounding it out with Silent Night. What is up with all of these Christmas albums having Silent Night as their last song? Must be something to that. Anyways, this is a absolutely magical album. If you've not heard it, I highly recommend you give this a spin. You won't be disappointed to hear these songs that really put your mind and heart on the season and the celebration of what so many people think is the reason for the season. It's an absolute fantastic sounding album. And I love the liner notes and stuff that are on the back there as well. And I understand that the new gatefold one step has a different back, and this has been reconfigured on the interior of it. But absolutely amazing. Well, short and sweet. entry today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like and subscribe so that you can be notified when more installments are coming. And more importantly, I hope you understand that there's magic in these grooves. I will see you next time.